I was a senior in high school when this happened. October 2019. Just a normal Thursday morning. I had English class third period. Room 214. Second floor. Right in the middle of the hallway. We were doing silent reading. The teacher was at her desk grading papers. Everything was quiet. Peaceful. Then the intercom crackled. The principal's voice came on. But something was wrong. His voice was shaking. All staff and students. This is a real lockdown. I repeat, this is not a drill. Lock your doors. Turn off your lights. Move away from windows. This is an emergency. The room went completely silent. Our teacher stood up, locked the door, turned off the lights, told everyone to move to the corner away from the windows. We all huddled together in the corner. Nobody said anything. Everyone was on their phones, texting parents, checking Twitter, looking for information. Then we heard it. Banging. Coming from somewhere down the hallway. Not knocking. Banging. Like someone was trying to break through a door. Our teacher pulled out her phone. Called the office. Nobody answered. The banging got louder. Closer. It was moving down the hallway. Getting closer to our room. Then it stopped. Right outside our door. Someone tried the doorknob. It rattled. Once. Twice. 3 times. Then nothing. We sat there frozen. Waiting. Listening. 5 minutes passed. Nobody moved. Nobody made a sound. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my friend Mike. He was in the bathroom when the lockdown started. He could not get back to his classroom in time, so he hid in a stall. His text said, "Someone is in here with me. I can see their feet under the stall door. They are just standing there." I showed my teacher. She looked terrified. She whispered, "Do not respond. Do not make any noise." I did not respond. Just watched my phone, waiting for another text. 10 minutes passed. Nothing. Then another text. Just 2 words. "He left." I showed my teacher again. She nodded. Still did not say anything. We waited. 30 minutes. 45 minutes. An hour. Finally, the intercom crackled again. The principal's voice. Different this time. Calmer. "All clear. The building is secure. Teachers, please escort students to the gymnasium. Police want to speak with everyone." We filed out of the classroom, down the hallway, to the gym. Police were everywhere. They separated us by grade level. Started interviewing people one by one. When it was my turn, they asked me if I saw anything. I said no. But I told them about Mike. About the texts. They wrote it down. Asked for Mike's full name. What classroom he was supposed to be in. I gave them the information. They thanked me. Sent me back to the bleachers. I found Mike in the crowd. Asked if he was okay. He nodded. But he looked pale. Shaken. I asked him what happened in the bathroom. He said he did not want to talk about it. We sat there for another 2 hours. Waiting. Finally, they let us go home. The next day, we found out what happened. Someone had broken into the school through a side door. They had a gun. They went into 3 classrooms. Tried to get into a dozen more. Nobody was hurt. The person left before police arrived. They still have not caught them. Mike stopped coming to school after that. Transferred to online classes. Said he could not handle being back in the building. I do not blame him, because I still think about that banging. Moving down the hallway. Getting closer and closer. And I think about those texts from Mike. About someone standing in the bathroom. Just watching him. Waiting. I work as a security guard at a mall. Have been for 6 years. Night shift mostly. The place closes at 9 p.m. I stay until 6 a.m. This happened last year. March 2024. A Tuesday night. The mall closed at 9 p.m. like usual. I did my first walkthrough around 9:30 p.m. Everything looked normal. All the stores were locked. All the gates were down. I went back to the security office. Sat down. Started watching the monitors. Around 11 p.m. something caught my attention. Movement on one of the cameras. 3rd floor. Near the food court. I watched the monitor. Saw someone walking. They were wearing a hoodie. Hood up. Face hidden. I grabbed my radio, called my partner Dave, who was doing another walkthrough on the first floor. I said I got someone on third floor. Food court area. Can you check it out? Dave said copy. On my way, I watched on the monitors as Dave went up the escalator to the third floor, walked toward the food court. Then his radio crackled. He said, I do not see anyone. Are you sure? I was looking right at the camera. The person was still there, standing in the middle of the food court, facing the camera. I said, yes. They are right in front of you. Look at the camera. Dave said, what are you talking about? Nobody is here. I looked at the monitor. The person was still there, but Dave was standing maybe 10 feet away, looking around, not seeing them. I said, they are right behind you. Turn around. Dave turned around, said, there is nobody here. Are you messing with me? The person on the camera started walking toward Dave, getting closer. I said, Dave, they are walking toward you right now. Move. Dave said, you are freaking me out, man. There is nobody here. The person got within 5 feet of Dave, stopped, just stood there. Then the camera went black. Just that one camera. All the others were still working. Just that one went dark. I tried calling Dave on the radio. No response. I grabbed my flashlight and ran to the third floor. Took the stairs. Got there in maybe 3 minutes. The food court was empty. No Dave. No person in a hoodie. Nobody. I called out for Dave. No response. I searched the entire third floor. Checked every bathroom, every store, every corner. Nothing. I went back to the security office. All the cameras were working now, including the one in the food court. I sat down, tried Dave's radio again. Still nothing. Then I saw movement on one of the monitors. First floor, near the entrance. It was Dave, walking toward the doors. His back was to the camera. I called him on the radio. He picked up. I said, where have you been? I have been looking everywhere for you. He said, what are you talking about? I have been on first floor the whole time doing my walkthrough. I said, no, you went a third floor. I saw you on the cameras. He said, I never went a third floor. What are you talking about? I did not know what to say. I had watched him go up the escalator, watched him walk to the food court, watched him talk on the radio, but he said he was never there. I checked the camera footage, went back to 11 p.m., watched Dave go up the escalator, watched him walk to the food court, watched him look around. Then the camera went black. When it came back on, Dave was gone. The food court was empty. I do not know what happened that night. I do not know what I saw on the cameras, but I know Dave never went a third floor. He was on first floor the whole time. So who did I see on the cameras? Who was I talking to on the radio? I quit 2 weeks later. Could not handle working there anymore. Could not stop thinking about that night. About the person in the hoodie. About Dave who was not Dave. About the camera going black. I still do not have answers, and I do not think I want them. I was staying at an Airbnb in Portland. Solo trip. Just me. Trying to get away for a few days. The place was nice. Small studio apartment. Third floor of an old building. Downtown area. I checked in Friday afternoon. Unpacked my stuff. Went out for dinner. Came back around 8 p.m. Everything was fine. I watched TV. Scrolled through my phone. Got ready for bed around 11 p.m. I was lying in bed when I heard it. A notification sound, but not from my phone. From somewhere else in the apartment. I sat up. Looked around. The sound came from the closet. I got up. Walked over. Opened the closet door. There was a phone on the shelf. One of those cheap burner phones. It was on. Screen lit up. A text message notification. I picked it up. Looked at the message. It said, I can see you. I dropped the phone. Backed away from the closet. Looked around the apartment. Trying to find a camera. Trying to figure out who sent that message. The phone buzzed again. Another text. I picked it up. Read it. It said, look behind you. I did not look behind me. I ran to the door. Tried to open it. It was locked. Deadbolt was locked. But I had not locked it. I turned around. Nobody was there. The apartment was empty. The phone buzzed again. I looked at it. The text said, "Do not leave. We are not done." I ran to the window, tried to open it. It would not budge. Painted shut. I grabbed my phone, called 911. The operator asked what my emergency was. I tried to explain. About the phone in the closet. About the texts. About the door being locked. She said she was sending officers. Stay on the line. Do not hang up. I stood in the middle of the apartment, holding my phone, waiting. The phone in my other hand buzzed again. I looked at it. The text said, "They will not get here in time." I heard footsteps, coming from above, from the ceiling. Heavy footsteps, walking across the floor. But I was on the third floor, the top floor. There was nothing above me, just the roof. The footsteps got louder, like someone was stomping. Then they stopped, directly above me. The 911 operator was asking if I was okay. I could not respond. I was frozen, staring at the ceiling. Then I heard it, scratching, like fingernails on wood, coming from the ceiling. The scratching got louder, faster, more aggressive. Then it stopped. Everything was silent. The 911 operator was still talking, asking me to respond, asking if I was safe. I heard a knock on the door. The operator said, "That is the police. Let them in." I walked to the door. The deadbolt was unlocked now. I opened it. 2 officers were standing there. They asked if I was okay. I said yes. I tried to explain what happened. They searched the apartment, found the phone in the closet, read the texts. They went upstairs, checked the roof access. It was locked. No way anyone could have been up there. They said it was probably just someone messing with me. Maybe the previous guest left the phone. Maybe someone had my number, was trying to scare me. They took the phone, said they would look into it. I packed my stuff, left that night, got a hotel instead. I never heard back from the police about the phone, never found out who sent those texts. But I still think about those footsteps on the ceiling when there was nothing above me. And I think about that text. They will not get here in time. In time for what? If these stories creeped you out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below and tell me about your own lockdown experiences. Have you ever been in a situation where a lockdown became real? Let me know. And if you want more true horror stories like these, I have got plenty more to share. Until next time, stay safe out there. And maybe double check those locks before you go to bed.